Welcome to another bonus episode of
Riken top my knee.
Yes. And we are
Yes,
back
yes.
limited time because we had to get on here and record for this show.
You sound tired as hell. You tired from binging this show all in one day?
I'm tired from a lot of things.
You tired from
Intro
getting
music. Intro music.
รายการต่อไปนี้
Hello, hello. I'm Jonathan.
Hello, A. I'm Kevin.
Not
And we
A.
and we are a BL podcast that talks about our fave shows and not so great shows and all the drama around them. Surprise, surprise. If y'all haven't figured out, we came out of our holes to show you the holes in heated rivalry
Holes. Who's showing hole?
on Discord.
Literally, you're nasty. Well, I'm gonna have to ban you from our own Discord.
But they didn't really show holes in heated rivalry, but things went in holes
Things did go in holes,
multiple times.
Yeah, someone really wanted to be the hole instead of the peg.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Preferred get being pegged. Yeah, that's
Oh.
real. That's real. So if y'all haven't figured it out yet, we're doing a series review of Heated Rivalry. So Heated Rivalry is available to stream exclusively on HBO Max.
In
The
America
show,
and Crave in Canada, where it
right,
originally is,
right, because it is a
being made.
Canadian BL.
Mm-hmm.
The show is based off of a book of the same name, and the show has become, I guess, the biggest BL series in the West right now, and is arguably maybe the first Western BL from Canada.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the first in Canada, but it's the one that's blown up right now.
Right,
I think every couple years there's always like one BL that blows up in the West. We had like Heartstopper.
right, from the UK. Yep, and that was a few years
Um,
back.
mm-hmm. We had was that it? It was just Heartstopper in this?
Yeah,
Oh no. Well, we had another UK one. It was the Red, White, and Royal Blue, but that was a movie.
yes, that one.
But that one, everyone like blew up over and like really loved and adored, and that's even getting like a sequel.
Yes, it
Um,
is. Yes, yes.
and this year's big Western BL hit is Heated Rivalry.
Right. And we're gonna go into it a little bit more, but all I have to say is this is probably the closest to a BL. Like
It
in
was
the
very much a BL. Like it
right.
felt so tropey. It felt so.
And we're gonna talk about it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
y'all, as you know, we're going to go ahead and do an overall series review and try to be chronological, but knowing us, we're gonna be all over the place.
Oh, for sure.
This is not an episodic review. But before we get into the show, we'd like to go ahead and pretty much talk about the cast and the production of the show. So I realized we only put down two of the people, and
Oh,
we
the two main leads. Yeah.
the two main leads, and there's definitely several different people in here as well. But Shane Hollander is played by Hudson Williams. And Ilya
Woo!
Rozanov is played by Connor Story. Connor Story is not
Yes.
Russian, by the way.
He's not Russian, but he did a really good job playing this
Right, he
Russian
did a
man.
really good job. Um, there are
There's the
other
side
characters.
couple,
There's the
Scott
side
Hunter.
couple with Scott Hunter.
He's played by Francois Arnaud.
Yes. And then
Kip
Kip,
is
aka
played by
Christopher.
Christopher. Was he actually Christopher in the show?
Yes. His nickname is Kip,
Oh,
but his full name is Christopher or something.
now me thinking his government name is Kip.
Yeah. I do have a friend, a high school friend that I've known for 20 years, whose legal name is Kip.
mm.
So,
Well, Kip is played by Robbie Graham Kuntz. Come
Yes.
on, Kuntz.
Yeah, I
Um,
hope you're. I think it's Kuntz.
nah, he was serving cunt in that show. Serving up them smoothies.
He sure
He
was.
said, you know what really make this smoothie better? A banana. And I was like, ooh, who's banana? But also, I always add bananas to my smoothies.
I
I don't know if
don't
that's like
because
a
I'm definitely
hidden
allergic
trick.
to bananas, so I don't.
Well, you want
Right,
to be getting a smoothie at some random shop anyway.
right. Also, before we even get into that,
Mm-hmm.
that smoothie shop. Okay, no, I'm not even. I'm gonna save it. We're gonna try to be
What?
important. Okay,
Well, the whole show was, made on a budget, similar to some of the best shows that came out this year in BL,
like Revenge Love.
like Revenge Love,
Mm.
like not like Kim Jira. Kim Jira had money,
Kim Jira had a lot of money.
but
Um,
very much Revenge Love was made on
and
two
not this
pennies.
year, last year, because it is 2026.
Oh my god, I forgot,
Yes, so
Kevin.
happy New Year for everyone listening. This is the first thing that we're releasing in the new year, but it's officially not a part of season 3.
I know this is in that weird interim, just like we've all
Right.
been in for the past 2 weeks, where it's like, is it Christmas? Is it New Year's? What are we doing? We're all
It's
binging Heated Rivalry. It's cold outside.
right. It's something. Anywho, um so can you go ahead, Jonathan, and give us the synopsis of the show? So then people who haven't watched it and you need to
Mm-hmm.
at least have an idea of what we're talking about. Because some people I learned like to listen to us and then watch it, so they like to be spoiled first.
No crazies, but all right.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
here's
not
a
gonna
little
kink
synopsis.
shame.
Yeah. A royal set, a romance set in the world of hockey. Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov are two stars in Major League Hockey, bound by bound by ambition, rivalry, and a magnetic pull neither of them fully understands. That's the
Mm.
short Google summary.
I mean, that's
But
what it is.
that's
Like
what it
they
is. It's a sort of enemies to lovers, slow burn. I don't know.
I wouldn't
Friends
say
with
a slow burn
benefits.
because there were definitely cheeks being burned.
Well, it took years for cheats to be burned, or relationships to even,
The
or
relationship
conversations
took years, but
for
the cheeks being
conversations
burned
to
happened
happen
within
too.
like a couple months. That
Hey,
didn't take that
hey.
long.
Well,
So, um, so before we get into the review, I do want to talk about some of the discourse from fans, and we have a mix of fans who are watching the show.
there's
There,
discourse.
there's definitely discourse. There are, of course, fans who are new to BL. There are the avid BL fans like us who are watching the show. There are just fans who are fans of the show because they found it and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like these men are gorgeous."
Mm-hmm.
And they started salivating and wanted to figure out why they're salivating so much, and getting their sheets wet and everything.
Oh my
So,
god.
so here are some of the things that have come up. Um, so avid BL fans, for us, this story, as we were already saying, is not new to us.
Nothing new, nothing changed. This is
Nothing
very
changed.
much 2021, 2022 BL. Like,
Right. It's giving the same kind of tropes that we're used to.
this is giving, like, Together With Me. This is giving Tharn
This
type.
is
This is giving.
definitely giving Together With Me 100%.
Well, it's not
Like,
toxic like Tharn type, but you very much, yeah, Together With Me. Like,
right.
Matt's Tool, you said
Mm,
earlier, Matt's Tool would eat this up.
right. Yes. I didn't say it on the podcast. I said it in a group chat with you
I know, I
about
know,
it.
I
It
know.
felt
Yeah.
like Matt's tool. But definitely kind of like that. Um, I think it is fresh though for a lot of us BL fans because it is the first that is not from Asia that we see all the tropes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't seen all the season. I've only seen the first season of Heartstopper because I just couldn't get through. I don't know that era of like high school BL,
Hmm.
but it's in like a Western world, so it's very much just like really focused on the coming out story of it all.
Right. And that's where
Um,
you're kind of like, is that really a BL or just a queer story that's cute, you know? And this one, there was the coming out aspect, and I feel as if that you could argue this could be more of a queer story, but the tropes
The
were
tropes
just
were troping.
troping. Yeah, they were troping.
I mean,
um
this was fan fiction. This was storytelling.
yeah, and
This
also
was
the source
fantasy Marvel.
material was written by a woman, a straight woman,
Mm-hmm.
for the consumption of straight women, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty much at a
The
baseline
origins of
definition,
BL.
yeah, of a BL, right? For those in the West, do you think that this show is a gateway into the world of BL for people who this is their first time experiencing any kind of BL?
Any kind of like male on male romance show
That is not a queer story.
that is not like a side story in some show.
Yeah,
Like
or
they're
just not a queer story,
yeah,
not like an LGBTQ kind of
not like a
story.
Moonlight, not
Not
like
right.
a
Not a
Call Me by Your
Moonlight,
Name.
not a Latter Days, not something like that. Do you
Yeah.
think this is a gateway into that?
The way I was pausing, waiting for a response from the audience,
Yeah,
I was
right.
like,
I mean, y'all can
"Well,
respond on Discord and on
that's funny."
Instagram
Yes,
and
come on,
on
keep segueing that
YouTube.
Discord.
Yeah,
Yes,
you could go
people,
ahead and
we're on
respond there.
Discord. Add
Yes.
us on Discord.
Right. You can respond anywhere you're listening right now or get on
Mm-hmm.
Discord.
Because speaking
Um,
of Discord, we
but
are actually having.
before we get into that, you still need to answer the question,
I will
Jonathan.
answer after. But speaking of Discord, since we're on the topic of Discord, we are having a watch party for season 2 of The Boyfriend
Yes.
on Discord on premiere day, January 13th at 8 p.m.
8
Eastern
p.m. Eastern. Yes.
Eastern Standard Time, New York
Yes.
City time.
Yes.
So come join us if you want to watch season 2 of The Boyfriend.
Yes.
I just thought that connected to the question since talking about the gateway into BL, The Boyfriend obviously also opened people up to queer stories and queer romance through Shun and Dai. Did they not? The beautiful love story of Shun and Dai.
I'm gonna
Of
say
Dai Shun.
this. I'm going to say that I don't think that opened the door for BL. I think it was the reverse.
Ooh, not it closed. It closed your
No, not
door.
it, not that it not that it closed the door. More so
Stop.
as in
I'm like, Taeyeon
people
did
who are
not close
watching
no
The
doors for you.
Boyfriend, I think we're either into dating shows or we're into BL. It was
I
one
mean,
of the
a lot of
two.
that blew up on TikTok as well. Like a lot of
Yeah,
random people were just like, "What is this gay Japanese dating show?"
right. And I think, yeah, I think people who are into dating shows were all about that. And I feel as if the people who are following Daishan are already BL fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like if you were into a dating show, you're like, oh, I'm so into Daishan and their very interesting relationship that has been going on for
Anyway,
2 years.
you mad? They 2 years now. You mad? You mad?
I'm not mad at anything. This is what I said last year, and I'm gonna say it again.
Mhm.
If they like their relationship, I love it. Good for them.
Just
Anyway,
just like you loved Shane and Ilya, right? You loved them together.
we'll get to that later.
Ooh,
Now, another thing I wanted to bring up is a big part of the discourse is some fans have seen BL from Asia and have dismissed all Asian BLs, despite them being the OG of the genre. Now, is this classic Western, North American specifically, exceptionalism, which we know is rooted in xenophobia?
probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think people, even though this show, did need subtitles for all the Russian scenes
Right,
with Ilya and his family.
right.
People love to bring up the whole I don't want to read subtitles. I just want to watch the show. I can't listen to this if not in English.
Mm.
Um
And
so
about a good maybe a third of the show was in Russian.
mhm. So I don't know. If you can listen to Ilya speak Russian, you can listen to Sarawat in Thailand. You can listen to Kioi in Japanese. You can listen
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, whoever in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
I think these stories are too good to be um dismissed just
Right.
because it's not a white man.
Thank you. And that's what I was gonna say. It's like I do believe that some fans, they still have some decolonizing to do.
The concept of decolonizing.
They still need to decolonize their mind because if you are favoring whiteness
Ooh,
over anything else and that's your benchmark for good TV, that's something you need to go ahead and resolve yourself. Okay. Clock that.
and that's on hockey.
That is on hockey puck.
And
Okay.
then that's on puck. Puck
That is
that.
on puck. Anyway, let's get into the series review. Okay.
They've waited long enough.
Yes, they did. So, what are some of the themes of the show? Hockey, of course, is one.
Hmm.
Sportsmanship, hot sex,
You're like anal. Yeah,
fissures.
like
Now playing.
friends with benefits,
Yes.
enemies to lovers, sort of. Like they were never really enemies.
Right.
That's the thing. But it still felt kind of in that genre of
It
enemies to
did.
lovers.
It
Because
did.
on, to the world, they were rivals. It's called heated rivalry.
Right.
Um,
And, and being closeted, which
hmm
this is where things get a little gray if this is in between, like, if this is a BL or a queer story, I do still feel as if it
I
leans
mean,
more towards BL.
that coming out scene, I don't know. Coming out scenes in Western media always feel kind of, I don't know,
This felt different.
over the top. I guess,
Yeah, but
it's not for gay people, it's for straight people to
right.
understand the coming out experience. Yeah.
Yeah, but this felt different because we've seen coming out in BL in Thailand, right?
Hmm.
And I would say what felt the same is the coming out here. So we're all the way towards the end of this. So we should have warned if you
See, well,
didn't
we're all
know
over the
there's
place.
spoilers
Spoilers,
already.
spoilers. You knew this. This is
You
a
knew
show review.
this, but the end of this, I feel as if the way that Shane came out to his mom, to his parents, it was a little dramatic because his dad walked in on Shane and Ilya like making out and
Hmm.
then literally got back in his car and drove
He said, "I'm gonna
away.
mind my business." He said, that
And
has
then
nothing to do with me."
and then when they get to the parents' house, the dad is like, "Oh yeah, I left my charger at your place." Like,
Ally, ally.
right. But it seems
Dad
as
of the
if like the
year.
parents were totally cool with him being gay and had suspected
I
it
mean,
for
he
a
knew that
while.
too. Shane
Right.
knew that. He was like, because yeah, he knew that his parents wouldn't mind it, but he still was scared, as is the queer
Yeah,
experience.
right.
Um.
I think the parents were more concerned or surprised about him and Ilya more than
Hmm.
anything. Because they're like, y'all supposed to be enemies, you're like
Enemies.
rivals.
I know. I mean, let's
And
go back to the beginning.
right.
This show spans like what, 12 years, 10
Yeah, it
years.
started in 2008, and I think the last year was 2017. So it definitely went on for a while. And those time jumps were time jumping.
They were the first two episodes. I was so lost with what was happening because it was like
Yeah, that's why I was
they
wondering how
looked
you
at
were
each
even
other.
liking the show because I was like, Jonathan can't stand time jumps like that. Because that was like
I
every
hate a
3
time jump.
minutes
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was a
yeah.
time jump.
Yeah, they like had a conversation, played a game, and it was all right. Two hockey seasons later, we had another conversation. I was like, oh my god.
I'm like, man, these time jumps are hopping just like they were hopping up and down in that bed. Like,
Oop.
my goodness.
I
Good
mean,
gracious.
it did give us like the full span of their whole
How their
situationship.
relationship developed. Yeah.
Their whole
Or their
situationship.
situationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very much a situationship.
Yeah.
Cause that first scene when they're like in the gym at the hotel, that
Hmm.
was so sexually charged. That was that was in like the trailer, that our
Hmm.
friend Derek showed us, and that was oof, that was heated. Him
That
slurping
was.
on that water bottle.
Hmm.
them
And they
giving
had
them
their
eyeing
legs open.
looks.
You could see their bulges.
Ooh, I mean, Ilya was showing off. It
He
was
was showing
crazy.
off. He was lusting. He was
Lursting.
lusting. Yes, he wanted. Yeah, he wanted more than a sip.
Oh my god.
Yep, he wanted that
Um.
throat coated.
Ew. Anyway, he
I
was. He
mean, he
was.
later did because we
He
learned
later
he's a
did.
swallower. We learned he's a swallower. So,
Ew. Wait. So I was gonna say, what was your favorite scene of the series?
um, I would have to say,
What was your favorite set scene? Your favorite love scene
oh,
from the
I don't have a
series?
favorite sex scene because I would say this. They were
He was
none
eating
of
them
them
all
were
up.
bad. Like they were pretty good. And very
Mm-hmm.
well executed. But if you wanted me to talk about my favorite scene overall, um, I actually really liked when Scott pretty much called Kip out to the rink while the TVs
Mm.
were on and everything. And that really touched me. Because I was rooting for them. To be honest, I like Scott and Kip more than I like Shane and Ilya.
Really?
I
They got
did.
so little screen time. They had
They
literally
didn't
one
get enough
episode.
screen time, but I really loved them because everything about like the way that Kip was being chased by Scott, and you could tell it was
Was he
all like
chased?
so pure and like, and
Was it pure?
it was a cute chase. Like it wasn't like,
It
you
was
know,
some. It was some. DL flirting is what it was.
yeah, it was,
He was like, "I'm gonna get this smoothie and I'm gonna
and he kept
flirt with the
coming back,
barista."
and he kept doing it over
Hmm.
time, and then eventually
He got
they
to taste the real banana. Yeah.
right. And that was never that was not the original intent. He literally just wanted to take him to dinner for Mexican food, but the line at the Mexican restaurant was really long. So he's
Hmm.
like,
So
"Well,
he said, "I we can toss some salad salad out."
what he said was that we could order in instead." And
Hmm.
I don't know if
There's
they
some. We can
actually
order
ate
some hot
food.
buns out.
Yeah, I think they ate some hot hole. That's what ended up
Oh,
happening.
a hot hole. Heated holes. Um, People were like, "Yeah,
But
where's the lube? We had
the
condoms in the show, but where's the
transition to
lube?"
that was like there was this cute flirtatious back and forth. And I was like, I love the way this is developing. And then you could tell they really, really love each other and they love spending time with each other. Because
I mean,
I was
they fell really fast, right? It went from
yeah,
like one hookup to a date to a just stay at my
yeah.
little penthouse
Well,
mansion.
remember, before the hookup, there was all this flirting that went on for what
It was like a
a
year or two.
yeah. There was a lot of I don't know if it was a year, but it was
It
definitely a
was
few
it was it was
months.
like a year, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, something like that. It was a
It was
season.
definitely some time, and I just thought that was so cute because you could tell like they were really into each other. And so it was inevitable that they were gonna get in bed with each other. And also with their relationship, what I liked was compared to Shane and Ilya's, and this is just a personal preference because I don't think either of the relationships are bad. Like, well, we'll talk about Shane and Ilya in a
Well,
little bit.
oh, you got
But
beef. I got beef with Kip and
really?
not beef. Um,
Well, let me just finish
yeah.
my
Finish
point
your
right
thought.
quick.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, so with Kip and Scott, what I liked was their whole honeymoon phase was sometimes they were getting sexual, but other times they were really domestic. Like Kip
Really
was
domestic,
cooking here
fast.
and there, they were going out, but the issue that was the issue was Scott
Was so
want
DL,
yeah, so DL,
so
and he was
closeted.
really trying to protect what he had and all of that, which made that scene later so powerful
Hmm.
because he was like, I am going to commit to this person that I love and I'm going to choose this love over anything else. Like, fuck the NHL, like whatever it is,
Well, you
like
can say that he,
this is
in that
my
moment,
man.
yeah, he said this is my man publicly, but he also, I don't know, they just won the championship, right? So I think
Right,
he achieves it. He's achieved his biggest goal. So
right,
he's like, now I can like finally reveal my true self and settle down with someone that I
right.
love.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know. I think the way he was so closeted was a little off-putting to me.
It
Just like
was
when
it
they were
was
in
for
like
me a
the
little
art,
bit.
yeah, when they were in like the art exhibit, art
Mm,
gallery.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
it was just like, dude, like I can be your interior designer, I can be your
There's
cousin,
so many ways he could
I
have
can be your
played that.
assistant, I can just be
Right.
your friend.
Yeah,
But he's
he was
like,
just so
whoa,
scared. He was like literally like he was in those dark sunglasses, the cap, the hoodie, like, and I low key, I think he was shaking,
he
like
was. He was
I'm
about to poop
like,
himself.
sir, it's not that deep. Like,
Literally, I was like, "Are you like, Beyonce or something? Like, calm down.
calm down. Like people I don't think are going to care if you say, "Oh, this is my interior designer," or "This is my
This is
friend."
my
Like there's
friend.
so many ways you
This
could
is
have
my
gone about this.
assistant. This is my cousin. Like
Right.
this,
You could have
this
said, well,
is
that
my
would have been a
buddy."
little weird because, his if he said that's his cousin, this man probably is still going around loaded with his cum from earlier in the day.
Hey, people
That
don't know that. Excuse
yeah,
you.
but still
Excuse
I
you.
would feel weird if he said that. Like, your cousin.
They don't have to
Like,
say anything. It's just yeah.
yeah, and also they were in New York. Like, you could literally just
Y-
sit there and do
mm-hmm.
nothing.
He's on the New York team, right? The
Right.
New York
And he
hockey team.
lives in Manhattan in that
Doesn't New
beautiful
York
apartment.
have like a queer? They have like some queer fundraiser thing for. I
They
don't know too much
do.
about hockey,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
Well,
guess
for hockey
it's
I
still
don't
scared
know,
to be.
but
Yeah, they have like a queer hockey night or something.
yeah, but either way, my
I
point
guess
is
it is scary to be an out
an out
sports
athlete,
player.
yes. An out
Yeah.
athlete, it's even today in
Mm-hmm.
2026, it's
Yeah,
still there's still a little friction with that.
for
But
sure. But you can
also
have
I
male friends.
right, because
It's
all of
not
them
like Kip
do.
was, the most femme queen boots the house down girl. Like
Right.
she was 5'2", but she was buff as fuck. She was
Right. Whatever it was. And also like again, my point is you're in New York City. No one cares. Like people
true.
care more
Amen.
about the subway running than if two guys are at an art gallery together.
Right? I care more that you taking up space in this art gallery. You take move out the
Right.
way.
Right. And you shaking and making me feel uncomfortable.
Uh-uh.
That's
You
what
right?
because
You
then
got your hat low and
in
your
New
hoodie
York, if you
up. I'm
see somebody
scared.
shaking and dressed like that, it's like, are they gonna pop off or something? Like, what's gonna
Uh-huh.
happen?
Mm-mm.
Right. So you doing a lot, sir. Like, come on. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but other than that, I think they were, yes. They are in the first book of the series, right? Like their story comes before Shane and Ilya, but
mhm,
obviously for the content of this show, they are like the side couple.
right, right. And if it wasn't for Scott and Kip and for Scott making that public um
Declaration of love.
declaration of love, it wouldn't have pushed Ilya to be like, I'm staying with you at your cottage,
Oh,
for the
the cottage that blew up all over the place. Every brand ever, every woman on the street, everyone was like, "Oh my god, the cottage! See you at the cottage next week." You were
mm-hmm.
missing all of that on well, not on BL, on just Twitter, on mainstream Twitter. It was crazy.
Yeah. But I was very I did love that part. I would say it's still not it wasn't my I feel as if the one with Scott and Kip, that was the impetus to move to the cottage. Without that,
Yeah,
the
for sure,
cottage
for
wouldn't
sure.
have happened, and that's kind of why it's my favorite. But the
hmm
cottage is my second one because you really saw like I would say
You got
this.
to see them be more comfortable with each other. You got to see
Right.
them be more domestic, which we
Right.
haven't seen throughout the whole show.
Right.
That was
Because
my
anytime
one
they were
caveat with the
together, they
show.
were just, knocking boots,
It
knocking
was hit it and
booties.
quit it. It was all right, girl.
Right.
My Uber's outside.
Right. Because
Uh,
Ilya had a lot going on, you
Elliot had a
know.
lot going on, and Shane, he's in his head a lot.
Yeah. Shane is definitely in his head a lot.
I mean, he's I think it's canon that he has autism.
Oh,
But the show didn't really. I don't think they like acknowledged it or highlighted it. But
but it was
I
mentioned
think
in
it's
the book.
implied. Yeah, I see people
Oh.
talking about it a lot online. I don't know if that's just like a head canon or if that's like actual canon.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, but he is definitely, we can say he is definitely in his head a lot.
Yeah.
And Ilya was not in his head a lot, or was he? Because
Ooh.
Ilya was very much into having this hard image of himself, which in a way made sense because his family life was such a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
He had his mom that passed away with by suicide.
Mm-hmm.
His dad was pretty much in the early stages of dementia.
Mm-hmm.
His brother was a deadbeat,
A deadbeat drug addict who was
right?
just
Who
kind
was
of
just
using him for money.
right. So all of that, I could see why, like, and his brother was also grossly homophobic. So,
Well, that was Russia.
right. So I think all of that, really was what create had Ilya present this hard exterior.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for Shane, who is more of a softie, Shane is very more emotional and in tune with his
Mm-hmm.
emotions, sometimes a little too in tune with his emotions. And I think it wasn't until Ilya really illustrated and got vulnerable with his feelings that,
That was my favorite scene.
yeah,
That
and
phone
that,
call
hmm
in the stairwell
where
where
he
he
was
spoke in
saying everything
Russian.
in Russian
Yeah, he
about,
said, "Just tell me how you feel in Russian if you don't have, if you can't say it in English."
yeah.
That was so. That was
Ah,
my
that
favorite
was
scene in the
so
whole
cute.
show.
It's giving me shivers just thinking about it. Shiver me timbers,
That
you
shivered
know.
me timber.
Like I loved how he literally said, like, I can't be without you, like
He was like, "I have no one. All I have is, what's her
Svetlana,
name? Yeah,
Svetlana, yeah,
yeah.
Svetlana and and Svetlana is just the bestie that he might have done some
That sometimes they have fun, sometimes they don't. But
right, but they're not into each other like that, and she knows that because I don't know if you clocked this, but she said to him, after his dad had passed and he was in Russia, Svetlana said to him that, I know you don't love me the way that you love Jane. And she
mm-hmm.
said, like, I know you love him. She didn't say
Yup,
her.
yup. I did clock that
Mm-hmm.
because she know, she knew,
Yep.
she knew. She said I could read right through that.
Yep.
Just how we didn't talk about Shane's little fling with Rose. I was like, girl, Rose was like, not another gay.
That poor girl.
It was giving
Like,
Claire in her story.
I can't.
I was like, Rose again. When she's like, it's okay, honey. I know you gay.
Right.
She was
Because she
like, the
said
sense.
70% of the guys she dated ended up being gay, left her for a
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm.
Child.
Ooh. Rose was
Lord
like,
have
been there,
mercy.
done that.
Been there, done that. I see now Claire go listen to this and be like,
No,
damn.
she not. She, she said, I see myself on TV. Um, yeah, I
but
think
yeah,
Rose was great for Shane's self realization. Like
right.
he needed someone to confide in too, because he didn't have,
He
or
didn't
at least
really
the
have
show didn't
anyone.
show us, anyone he can confide in. So I'm
Yeah,
glad
because
that he had her.
he couldn't really, yeah, because he didn't have, yeah, he didn't really have anyone. Because if you think about it, like, only person he could talk to other than Rose was
The
Ilya.
boys on the team or Ilya, like
Well, I
yeah, he
mean,
didn't really.
regarding that was Ilya
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Ilya was the only one who knew. And Ilya, with being so guarded, like, he,
Ilya
at
just
the,
being like, "You ready to fuck later?"
right,
Those
like,
tets were crazy in the
they were
beginning.
wild.
The
Um,
dick pic,
I was
we saw full
shook.
peen.
Yeah, I was like,
I
wait a
said, "Okay,
minute.
HBO, all
But also,
right."
I would have been the same way if somebody just did that to me while I'm literally in the next bed over from one of my teammates. Or let's say you and I, Jonathan, were sharing a room for whatever reason, and somebody sent me a dick pic. I would be like,
And they send you a whole pic.
Yeah, and a whole pic.
Would
Well,
say,
I would actually just show you that because
I'd be like, oh, good morning.
I'll
I'd be
just
like,
show
good
you
night.
that one. I'll be like, oh, here's the whole pic somebody sent me today. So,
I can't.
so anyway, because you already know I have a collection somewhere.
Oh, not a collection.
Not playing.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. I know we kind of talked about the ending already, but
Hmm.
um can we break that down a little bit more? Since, we went all over the place. I don't think we
We
forgot.
did. Did we miss anything? Anything important? We talked about Ilya and his family.
Yeah, we talked
We didn't
about
talk too
that.
much about Shane and his family, his mom,
Well, we kind of
being like kind of like
did.
a momager.
The
Um, she
momager
said,
went to 1,000 because anytime
yeah.
they got together to eat, she was talking about, oh, so Rolex wants to do this, or do you
Hmm.
see yourself as like Serena, or
She was about that bag, which
yeah, she
I
said,
commend her
listen.
though.
I mean, great. Like, let's make sure that that bag is laid. At first, I didn't realize that was the mom. At first, I was like, oh, is this like his manager? And I was like, no, she's a momager. There we
Momager
go.
down.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I I do like her though, even though she was sometimes a bit much, but I like her.
Hmm.
And she was supportive in her own way, and we learned that she likes hockey more than even Shane does.
Hmm.
So go off, sis.
Go off, sis.
Yeah. And the dad was just there.
The dad was like, "I'm just the white
He's
dad.
vibing.
I'm
He's
just,
vibing.
I'm here. I'm here."
So, um, and of course, like we got a glimpse of Scott's family, which his parents died in a car crash,
Mm.
when he was really young. Um, Funny enough, Scott's parents died when he was 12. Ilya's mom died when he was 12. I don't
Come
know if you
on,
caught that as
backstory.
well. So,
Hmm.
um,
It's a
so I
pivotal time in a boy's life, so that's
right.
why
So
they
I
chose
thought that was
12.
very interesting. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think family came up because family dynamics are important, but I think it was more important for Ilya more than anyone else because that affected how he was as a person. And that affected
Hmm.
how he did intimacy because intimacy at the beginning of the show was in essence more transactional, but then developed into you know this thing like I only want to do it with Shane. I only want to
Yeah,
be
to
with Shane.
making sure the fridge is stocked with ginger ale
Right.
for
And
my man.
right. And also at the cottage, since now we can really talk about the last episode. Notice how like when they first started wanting to do it, um they realized that neither one of them had been with anyone else since the last time they hooked up, which had been
Hmm.
months.
Hmm.
So that's why Shane's like, you got to go easy because it's been months.
He
And
said, "Baby."
right. And the
It's
fact
been.
that Ilya also said it
He
had been
said,
months,
"It's
I'm
tight."
shocked. Because Ilya, is a hoe. So
I know.
the
Gay
fact,
Twitter was like, "This is the unrealistic part right here," because gays can't keep it in their pants.
oh, you'd be surprised.
I know. I know. I'm not like that.
Yes. Because I know you're not like that. You just like to act like you're like that, but I know you're
What?
not.
What?
Like,
Slander. Slander.
but I feel as if like I've met many who are the same way. Some who have not done anything in like a year and a half since the last time they had a relationship. And then they've asked me for advice on what to do because they're like they can't hold it anymore.
Oh.
Because I was like, a year and a half is a long time to do absolutely nothing.
Oh my god. Hey, Shane had his little. He had his little toy. Remember?
Yeah, Shane has a toy, but some people I've met, they haven't done anything. Like they don't. They're like, where can I get a toy? And I'm like, excuse me, like I
They're
didn't realize
like,
that I
Google
was
is
running a
free,
sex therapy
right?
class.
Google is free. Come
Right?
on, y'all.
What is going on? I can refer you
Oh,
to my girl Tia. She can help hook you up. But
yes. Um, yeah, that scene was great, and I think I just remembered. because I've seen so many edits of the show.
Uh-huh.
Someone made like a compilation of like all the, just like visually, like cinematography wise,
Mm-hmm.
all the like similarities between the first half of the show
Mm-hmm.
and the end of the show. Like they're all their set scenes, so it's like it shows like they kind of reenacted, not reenacted, but they kind of copied the same way they like started the scene. They made out the same way, but the first part of the show was like in the dark hotel or on the
Mm-hmm.
rooftop, and
Mm-hmm.
in the cottage everything's like bright in the open. And
Mm.
even Shane was gonna close the blinds, and Illy was like, "No, let's leave them open."
Yeah, he
Um,
want everybody to see
I mean, no one's
ass
out there,
up.
and that was the
But
whole
no
point.
one's out there. But hey, the one time they thought no one was gonna come, who came?
And
The
Dad was about to
dad.
see Bussy.
Yeah, he was about
Um,
to see Badussy.
ew. Um, yeah, I mean, he should have came up with a better lie than to be like, "I'm sick."
Yeah, or he said he was like self-meditating or whatever he was doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said, "I'm on a silent retreat." What is it? A
Right.
silent
And they
retreat?
still
Or
showed up anyway.
and they said, "Surprise! I'm
Yeah,
here
that's
to."
why you
Ooh.
need to keep your doors locked. I know it's Canada where people don't do that often, but if you're going to be doing stuff in secret, lock your doors.
Lock them
Okay?
doors.
Lock your doors. Um,
Um,
but yeah, overall, this show, I liked it. I liked it. What are your thoughts overall?
I saw this show. I saw the first like 2 episodes, and then I was like, I'm a little confused on like what the plot is for the show, because like part of me was like, damn, it's just them clapping cheats. Like, where's the plot? Um, so I think like that's one of my criticism of the show, that you didn't really get to know them as characters until like episode like 4 or
Mm,
5.
I would say 3. Because
Yeah,
3
like
was where we
3.
started getting the stories with Scott and Kip. But I will say those first
But
2
then you
episodes.
don't. But then you don't get the main couple story. Yeah.
Right. But you then you start getting their story in episode
Yeah.
4. But you get a little bit more about like bits and pieces of them in the second episode. Like, because really all you're doing
Yeah.
is establishing their
It's just
quote unquote
time is
rivalry.
jumping. I think it was just
And
like it was weird with the time jumps,
yeah,
and it was like they'd have a conversation, time jump again, a
right.
text
4
message,
months
time jump
later,
again,
two
and I'm
years
like,
later, 5
it
years
was hard
later.
to like get a grasp because they
Hmm.
really haven't had like a full on conversation until like five
But
years
also,
into their whatever.
I also think that was meant to be emblematic of their schedule as professional hockey players. They're not seeing each other all the time. So
Hmm.
they have their games that they're doing, so they may not see each other for another couple of months because the only time they were clapping cheeks was when they were in the
Was there
same
was
city.
clapping sticks
Right.
on the
Right. They had
ice.
to be in the same city,
Hmm.
So of
I
course
know. I
they're
just yeah.
yeah.
It took a minute for me to get into the show, but I
Mhm.
know a lot of people were hooked from day one.
Yeah.
But I
Like
don't know.
Derek.
Or even America. My sister loved it too, and I was like, okay, I didn't know you were watching this.
Yeah.
Um,
What's that? Wait, was that your sister's first BL?
I think she's seen Heartstopper,
Okay.
but yeah,
So
probably after
we
Heartstopper,
need to
yeah.
get her
And
like
she's seen like Red, White, and Royal Blue too. So
so we need to get her into Asia.
I tried. Like she knows I watch a bunch of Thai media, and she's like, and she low key looks down and she was like, "Oh yeah, you watch your Thai shows," and I was like, "Girl, but these Thai shows are
Right.
better than Heated Rivalry, you know?"
Like, if people would watch things like Top Form,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
like
there's more to the world than Heated Rivalry. Like, there's more. Not that there's more to the world. There's more out there. Like, if you really love this show, there's
mhm.
more out there. Like, just check out these other sites. I
Yeah,
could
the
send
stories
you
are
some
there.
links.
Yeah,
The
and
stories are
also
there.
there are people who have minimized BL from Asia to just high school BL, which granted there are a lot of
There
them.
are a lot, but there are
But
also a lot of adult. stories.
Oh yes, like we have the office BLs, which there's tons of those, and then you
We
have
have the
things
period
like you
BLs,
have the period BL like Love in the Moonlight, which we were sat
Shine.
for. Like
Hmm.
Lord, low key want to rewatch Love in the Moonlight because that was a
No,
wild
no, no,
ride.
no, no,
That
no.
was a wild ride. Every episode, I was like, oh my gosh, But with this show, I kind of did a little bit of that with, oh my goodness, but it didn't catch me in the way that certain shows had.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, for me, this show just felt like, all right, this is like another BL on the
right,
roster.
right.
It wasn't groundbreaking, earth shattering, but it was like okay. So I gave it like a 6 or 7 out of 10
Ooh,
because
ooh.
it's also super short.
It is, but that's
Um,
okay because a
the
lot
side
of our
couple
Japanese
got
BLs are short.
crumbs. The side couple got crumbs, which is a complaint for me too.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and yeah, 6 or 7 out of 10. I know to some people this is a 10 out of 10, no notes.
right.
But we're also
And
getting a season 2 later on. So
yes, and allegedly a season 3 because I think they got
hmm
approved to
yeah, they're
go
booked
that
for 3
far.
seasons. Yeah.
Right. I also gave it a 7. I think the acting was great. I have to give them
Hmm.
that. I enjoyed looking at some of the cinematography for sure. I do. I actually was okay with the pacing. I will say again that first episode with all those time jumps. I understand where you're coming from with how that is confusing because there was a lot. Like every 3 minutes there was a time jump. I felt.
Hmm.
Um, but I did like the later half of the series more than the
Yeah.
first half.
Same.
Um,
Same.
and I will say that because some people assumed that this show was mostly just them having sex all the time. I would say the sex
If
scenes
they've
are
only
really
seen the first
good.
episode,
It
then
could feel
yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
But I will say that maybe the sex scenes take up maybe less than a quarter of the entire series, maybe even less, maybe more like an eighth. Especially when you go into the later half, there's way more of the characters interacting and
Yeah,
all of that.
there's more meat and
Yeah,
less meat, but there's more meat. Yeah.
right. And also that the side couple as well, I wish they did get a little bit more
Wish they
time.
had more than one episode. I thought we were gonna
Right.
flash back to them again, but
Yes. And I
no.
love that episode of them. Don't get me wrong, because I thought it
Hmm.
was very nice to see, but I wish we got more. And I really loved them just from that one episode. So
I mean, Kip being like, I can't do this DL shit anymore. I'm like, buddy, it's been 2 months.
yeah. But also I get it. Like Kip seems like someone who also wears his heart on his sleeve,
And needs to
and
like, yeah, say aloud, say the proud.
right.
At least to his little gaggle of
Right,
the
like
bar,
he
you
doesn't
know.
need to say it from the rooftop, but he really wants to, and also like
He
he's
wants
really
to show
close with
off his
his
man. He
dad.
wants to,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Which
I
he could
get
have
it.
told his dad. He could have told his friends. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but
I don't
anyway,
know. They're grown men. They could have found something.
they could have
But
figured it out.
yeah, it didn't need to wait another 2 years and then declaration of love on the
I mean,
ice.
again, the issue was Scott.
Like that was like a year later, which is
The
crazy.
issue was Scott. Scott was the issue in this, so he had to
Mm.
figure that out and deal with his own demons. Good guy, and he eventually did. Um. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this bonus episode of Ride Can Top My Knee. Please put a heated knee on that icy top.
I hope the riot in your life. Hope the riot in your life, Ilya's that Shane, cause he gobbled that man up
8.
multiple times.
Yep.
Ate
Yep.
him down multiple times.
Yep.
Yup.
And swallowed his milk.
Oh, twice.
Twice. Maybe thrice.
Maybe thrice. I gotta go back. Maybe I gotta go rewatch some scenes.
Maybe. Alrighty. Bye bye.
Stay tuned for more, y'all.
Yep.
See us.
Bye.